Tonight, Dr. McGeorge is teaming up with Help Me Hank for a brand new edition of Shop with the Doc.
I like when they get together.
Yeah.
They teach me stuff and they make me laugh, right? This time they're focused on 2 aisles in the pharmacy. They get a whole lot of traffic. Consumer investigator Hank Winchester, Dr. Frank McGeorge, you are live tonight. It's always good to get some good insight and also save a few bucks on what we buy.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about, right? And Karen, I agree with you. I mean, for me and for many of you at home, it's so great because we get this free doctor advice. We appreciate it, McGeorge. All right, so tonight we're talking about a few different things. Number one, we're talking about Band-Aids. There are so many different types of Band-Aids that in itself can be confusing.
Yeah, you know, I think a lot of it is marketing, but Band-Aids can definitely make a difference in how your cuts and scrapes heal.
And my daughter at 5 is obsessed with every sort of character Band-Aid.
Sure.
So, and they're not cheap. The other thing we're talking about tonight, one of your favorite subjects.
Constipation.
Constipation. All right, everybody, take a look.
We're back and shopping with the doc, and today we're tackling constipation and Band-Aids. What works, what doesn't? Well, as you can imagine, the doctor is not holding back.
Let's get real now. Let's talk constipation.
Right.
Everybody has a moment.
I don't.
Well, you're lucky.
For those of you needing a little extra help, here's the advice.
A lot of different products, pills, powders,
Yeah.
potions. What should you be looking for?
It depends on how you want to treat your constipation because there are a lot of different ways. Miralax, for example, essentially just rinses the poop out of you.
That's what I took when I had a colonoscopy.
Right, that's exactly right. It rinses the poop out of you, clears everything out.
Okay.
That is a solution.
But
it
that's
is
not for
what
daily life.
Exactly.
The doc says he prefers making diet modifications to help keep things moving.
But in general, if you are taking these on a regular basis, you probably have something that is going on that needs to be adjusted. And it may just be your diet. Okay. Maybe you need more fiber.
And as you can imagine, there are dozens of products to choose from.
You can soften it up with a stool softener, which is Docusate.
Yeah.
You can stimulate your gut with something like Dulcolax or the Senecots. The Sena medications and the Dulcolaxes of the world basically encourage your bowels to move more and propulse the stool through it.
My daughter loves Band-Aids. We go through them like crazy, and they're not cheap. It turns out, though, they do help speed up the healing process.
Does putting a Band-Aid on really make it heal faster?
Yeah, keeping it covered will improve the healing and reduce the amount of scarring.
So that means I have to buy another 400 Band-Aids for my daughter because that's her.
Yeah, I think having a Band-Aid on is actually well, and you know, for kids, Band-Aids are a statement. You are showing them love by treating their cut with a Band-Aid.
No, you're kidding me.
So, you know, if you don't put a Band-Aid on her, you're a bad dad. It's pretty much that simple.
When it comes to a particular brand or style of Band-Aid, the doc says it's whatever you like.
Your Band-Aid selection, this is all pure personal choice. Whether you like it super sticky, whether you prefer a foamy one, whether you prefer a cloth Band-Aid.
You're a Peppa Pig kind of guy.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think if I was making a statement, yeah, I would probably go with Peppa Pig. But, you know, in general, I would go with the old
But there's
generic
some that say
variety
that they
pack.
have medicine on the Band-Aid itself and
Yeah, so that's funny. You know, years ago, we actually tested that, and it turns out that having a medication on the Band-Aid does nothing.
And if you're focused on healing a cut or a scrape, here's the advice.
We're talking cuts and scrapes. So do I have to put a Neosporin or a product like that on a boo-boo?
Well, I think generally it's actually a good idea to use an antibiotic ointment. If you want to cover it with just a Band-Aid and you can keep it clean, that's a reasonable choice. But if there's any chance to basically help reduce the scarring, an antibiotic ointment is a pretty good choice. The problem with the Neosporins of the world is that people can become sensitive to some of the components. So I personally favor using bacitracin ointment because it's less irritating to most people and it does the job.
All right, back out here live with the doc. I didn't peg you as a Peppa Pig Band-Aid type of guy.
Well, now I would be a Lions Band-Aid guy. How's
Okay,
that?
there you go. Go Lions. We like it. Now, listen, we're back to constipation for a minute. If you don't want to take the pills or throw in the supplements, what can we do naturally to get things going?
Best thing to do, dietary fiber. It's, fruits and vegetables, that kind of thing. Make sure you get plenty of exercise and make sure you stay well hydrated. Those are all really good ways to simply regulate your bowel habits.
Perfect. Also, you may remember we did a little shopping with the doc earlier. We not only covered cold and flu, but
Vitamins,
vitamins
supplements.
also. You're not a fan of the vitamins.
No, but, watch the piece.
Watch the piece. Both of those stories right now on the Help Me Hank page at clickondetroit.com. For now, Karen DeMont, we're going to send it back to you guys.
Yeah, Doc helped me on my cold medicine the other day, so he knows what he's talking about. I mean, I don't sound better, but I am better, so thank you. Okay, I got a question about the cuts. My mom always said it's better to air out a cut and not leave it on, leave it open. She also put me in a laundry basket instead of a car seat, but,
Well,
It's probably like, what's going on?
that's actually kind of a myth. While leaving a cut uncovered is going to dry it out and maybe make it look like it's scabbing over faster, the scar that you end up is actually going to be worse, and the healing takes longer. Cuts actually heal better in a clean, moist environment where they aren't being irritated by like surface friction, and that's why I always tell people to keep cuts covered with a Band-Aid and an antibacterial ointment.
did not
That's
know
the
that.
fastest way to heal a cut well.
I thought we were being tough. All right,
Good advice.
we were wrong.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.